The Perfect Story for Overthinkers. Chapter 1. The Road That Never Asked Questions. The rain had just stopped over the small town of Ashwood, Oregon. The streets glistened beneath the pale moonlight, reflecting rows of old wooden houses and quiet maple trees. At exactly 11:47 p.m., Ethan Carter drove slowly through the empty streets in his old blue pickup truck. Ethan had always been an overthinker. Every decision felt like standing at the edge of 1,000 different roads. Should he have accepted the job in Seattle? Should he have called his father before he passed away? Should he have married the woman he once loved? His mind replayed every memory, every mistake, every conversation. Tonight was no different. He wasn't driving anywhere in particular. Sometimes he simply drove because the silence inside a moving car was easier than the silence inside his own house. The radio played soft jazz before fading into static. Then a calm voice appeared. To the one who could not stop thinking, Ethan frowned. There is a road outside this town that answers no questions, yet somehow changes every life. The signal disappeared. He looked around. No other cars, no lights, just endless darkness stretching across rural Oregon. He laughed quietly. I'm imagining things again. Still, something inside him wanted to find that road, perhaps because overthinkers always chase answers, even when they know answers rarely exist. 20 minutes later, he reached an unfamiliar dirt road, hidden behind towering pine trees. There was no sign, no map, no GPS signal, only a weathered wooden post with faded words carved into it. Drive slowly, leave your questions behind. Ethan smiled nervously. What does that even mean? He stepped out of the truck. The air smelled of pine wet earth and distant rain. Somewhere in the forest, an owl called into the darkness. He suddenly remembered something his grandmother once told him. The forest doesn't answer questions, Ethan. It teaches you which questions no longer matter. He hadn't thought about those words in 20 years. The wind gently moved through the trees as though someone had whispered his name. He climbed back into the truck. The tires rolled forward. The deeper he drove, the quieter the world became. No insects, no birds, no wind, only the sound of his heartbeat. After several miles, the trees opened into a beautiful clearing. At its center stood an old gas station. The lights were on. A single man wearing a brown jacket swept the porch as though expecting a visitor. Ethan checked his phone. No signal. 11:47 p.m. The time hadn't changed, not by a single minute. His heartbeat quickened. The old man looked up and smiled. You finally stopped asking where you were going. Ethan stared in disbelief. What? The man leaned on his broom. The road only appears to people whose thoughts are louder than the world. For the first time in years, Ethan had absolutely nothing to say. And strangely, that silence felt peaceful.